Okay, everybody. Now, while our cone is drying with the glass glitter, and that's probably going to, you want that to dry, 4 to 5 hours, maybe till tomorrow. What we're going to do now is we're going to take you're going to take your pink acrylic paint, or you can use any color acrylic paint you want to do your brass pieces and your crown, whatever you want. But I'm going to use kind of a taupey ivory color, and something happened when I was baking my crown that I wanted to point out. My husband thought he would be smarter than I am and turned the oven up because he wanted to use it and thought he'd speed up my process, and turned the oven up to 425 degrees. And this is what happened. The solder came apart. So it's very important that you guys never go above the 200 degrees in your oven, because obviously the solder is going to melt at 425. But since I'm just showing you guys what to do, it's all right, it's fine. I'll fix it at another time. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and paint because they've been primed. Also, you guys received this base with a rose on it that's going to go on your cone. I had already primed that for you guys, so you didn't need to do that. You probably already noticed that when you got it. It was already primed. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint them with our acrylic paint. And see the little round part on your crown? You guys are going to be gluing roses there. So don't paint right there. You've already painted one little coat, which is not a problem because it was baked on. But don't paint that part. Just paint around it, around your entire crown. And you might want about 2 coats of paint. Just depends on what you're comfortable with. Maybe 3 coats. Sometimes I'll do 3 coats when I'm doing the metal. Anyhow, what you're going to do is you're going to do your whole crown, a couple of coats. You're going to do your other pieces. Now, there's going to be a part on these little corners. Some of you have a different corner. Some of you have the one that I'm holding here. Right, the center part right there, you're also going to be placing a rhinestone. So it doesn't have to be, painted perfectly, but leave part of it where you don't paint it because we're going to be gluing rhinestones there. So basically, and you don't want to do the backs again. So basically, it's the same rule. Anywhere we're going to be gluing something, another piece of brass or a rhinestone, you don't want to paint over that because we're going to have to go and take it off with steel wool if you do. But, bottom line is, if you do, don't worry. We can take it off with steel wool, and we're going to be cleaning it anyway. So I want you to do all your pieces, including your roses. You might want to do a contrasting color for your roses. That would look really cute as well. And remember, again, don't do the backs. I have some on there, but that's all right. I had baked that part. So once you have all of your brass painted the colors that you want, you're going to let that sit and dry really, really well for several hours, 3 to 4 hours. You want them really, really dry, maybe till tomorrow. We can come back tomorrow and you can start again while your cone is drying and your paint is drying. That's the way we like it. This is probably a 3-day project. So anyway, we'll return when everything is nice and dry, and we'll start again. Okay. Now, while everything is drying, the paint is drying and everything, we're going to start with our glass banner pieces. And what I want you guys to do is to get your rubbing alcohol in your glass. And I want you to take your rubbing alcohol and I want you to clean your glass pieces really, really well with the rubbing alcohol, especially around the edges, because that's where your tape is going to be. And you don't want any oil. This is obviously dirty. You don't want any oil or dirt whatsoever where your tinned tape is going to go. Dry them off really well. And when these are all clean and dry, we're going to come back and we're going to put together our pieces.